We'll see you 1 week from now in the winner's circle. I do believe that. I wouldn't get out of bed if I didn't believe it. One week out from the Arnold Classic, baby. We're at Greater Boston Fitness in Revere, Mass. Best gym in Boston by far. I just picked up an entire truckload of merchandise. You want to see it?
Sure. Holy moly.
Chewy here today. For girls, look at that.
Yeah.
I got the black one on. We got blue. It'll all be at the Arnold Classic in Australia as well.
You can see tricep striations through the spandex. That's a vein, everybody, in case you're wondering. It's a series of veins you can see through the clothing. All right. This prep has been different in several ways, I believe. First of all, it's a shorter prep than you're used to, correct?
It's the shortest prep of my life.
Really?
Ever. And, you know, it just goes to show that if you don't dick around from day one, you can get it done really quick. I'm not going to make any predictions. I'm not going to say I'm going to be my best ever. I see pictures of myself in the morning and I'm sharper and crazier looking than, I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
Chris has seen them, you've seen them, Matt's seen them. And pretty much everyone's like, what the fuck? Just in the last 4 weeks,
yeah.
I'm a different person. But yeah, it's only been about a 10-week prep. I started at 12 weeks, but it was the first 2 weeks took me to get things rolling. It's only been about a 10-week prep. Yeah. I got it. Yeah. All right, let's do a little drop.
One thing that I was thinking about was we've had a pretty rough winter. The United States has had a pretty rough winter, but you know you've had to deal with ice, snow, freezing rain, sleet, all manner of crappy weather. Well, some of the guys like Dave Henry out in sunny Arizona, Flex Lewis in sunny Florida, they don't have to deal with this kind of weather. Is it any more of a challenge when you have to shovel out your car and scrape ice off your windshield every morning?
Of course it is. And you know, that's something we've spoken about before. Me and Jay Cutler have spoken about it. We spoke about it in that article. You know, it's a different work ethic up here in Boston. There's definitely, it's a blue collar place where not only did I have to shovel myself out and get the balls up to go out in -degree weather and ice and rain and snow, but oftentimes the gyms aren't open. So I got to drive 45 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes to find a gym that's even open.
Yeah.
You know, if it's not a scheduled day off and it's a storm, I got to train. I got to find a way to do that cardio, a way to do, you know, we got a treadmill at the house where I live with Matt, but, you know, I do intervals on the step mill. I can't do intervals on the treadmill. I'll bust my ass trying to run, you know. Yeah. You know, it's a couple times every week.
Right.
There's a situation where either the gym closed early or it's not open at all or you know, we're dealing with shit.
Okay. Now this Arnold 212, it's the very first time. Arnold Classic, you never have the reigning Mr. Olympia compete. It's been many years since that happened. I think Ronnie was the last one that did that. And but this initial 212, we do have the reigning Olympia champion Flex Lewis competing. And obviously he's the favorite to win, but is it kind of annoying to you? It's kind of annoying to me when people talk about it like it's a one-man show, as if nobody else is even relevant.
It's very annoying. It's very annoying and disrespectful to the other athletes. David Henry arguably is the greatest small bodybuilder of all time. Many people could argue that. It's been very close. Flex hasn't blown out David in the last 2 Olympias. He hasn't, he's definitely separated himself from where he was, and he's awesome. He's number 1 in the world for a reason. But the rest of the guys, myself included, are ranked high in the world for a reason. We've been very good for a long time, and we're not rolling over for anyone. I'm not rolling over for anyone. David better be ready. Flex better be ready. All these other guys are phenomenal. Charles Dixon, Aaron Clark, Marco Rivera, the whole list. Stan McQuaid's coming back. It's going to be exciting. There's some talent there.
Talk to me a little bit about, we know his nutritionally and supplements and all that, he's a master, but I don't think a lot of people outside his little circle understand how important he is for the mental aspect of pro.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. He's the best because he's on me every day, and he takes it personal. Chris isn't one of those guys that takes your check and he doesn't even discuss payment and things like that. Chris has taken it very personal. He was highly upset with what happened to me in Phoenix. And I'm not crying, I can look back and say, honestly, I sucked. I shit the bed in Phoenix. But he said, all right, you know what? They want to see shredded? He's like, just wait to the Arnold. He was so pissed off. He's like, you're going to be fucking inside out. You're going to look like you're in agony. He said, you're going to look like something that no one's ever seen before, That's how disgustingly conditioned you're going to be. If that's what they want, that's what they're going to get. And he's yelling it to me on the phone. I'm like, all right. Don't take it out on me. Yeah. But that's exactly what he's done. People have heard 50 grams of carbs a day for weeks and weeks and weeks on end with one high day. Okay, right back at it. 2 45-minute sessions on the step mill, hard as you can, twice a day, And then he'll just ask, how was your workout? Good. I was still benching, inclining 315 for 12 reps. Fine. Good. And we can push a little harder. As long as I'm strong and it doesn't look like I'm losing muscle or losing steam, he's pushing me. So it's he takes it very personally, and he believes in me. And each and every day, I check in with him. I have to send him pictures every single morning when I wake up, and he doesn't miss a beat. He was in Saudi Arabia, spent a week in Saudi Arabia. I didn't miss a day of communication with him. So, Chris believes in me as much as I do. It feels good to have someone there who's not just trying to make you be your best, but he's trying to make me be the best. And he says it to me. You realize I think you can win this. I believe you can win this. I said, yeah, I know. You wouldn't talk to me the way you do. He's not one to blow smoke. He said, good. I need you to understand that I believe you can win this show. I do too. And he's no dummy. He knows how good Flex is and David and all that. And it's no disrespect to them. He just believes in how good I can be. And that we haven't seen it yet. And even I keep saying I'm going to pull a Dexter. I'm getting better with age. I'm like a fine wine, baby. I turned 39 in December. I feel better than ever. I'm going to bring something that I haven't shown yet. And that's a Dexter. Being the best. Being number 1 in the world at 39 years old. I can do it.
Now, you've been going to the Arnold Classic on and off for years. This is the first time that you're actually going to be part of the show. How does it feel to be part of that big spectacle that is the Arnold Classic?
I love it. To be honest with you, it's a little safer. The Arnold Classic, I've been going since the mid-90s for fun. And, oh my goodness. It's been crazy. This now I know exactly where I got to be, what I got to do. I spend a few hours at the expo each day. Otherwise, I'm in my room, going over posing, going over my condition, my tan, resting, and then competing. That's it. There's no, out till 4 in the morning. It can be crazy. It's a lot of fun, but it can be crazy. And I like the idea of having a little more regimentation for this weekend. Is that a word?
Yeah, it is, sure.
And I'm very excited. I feel a weird thing in the back of my head that this is destiny for me.
Definitely.
That I we just talked about it before about meeting Arnold in 1998. It'll have been 16 years since I met him that day, and it was like a crossroads in my career whether, I believed in myself and thought I could continue doing what I was doing, and I spent about 20 minutes with him, just him and I talking and posing. He convinced me that I was as good as I thought maybe I could be, and how ironic will this be if I come back and this could be my make or break show. And that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm either gonna make a splash, or I'm just gonna be all right. I don't want to be all right. So.